Let's keep this thing going. Daredevil. Yes, indeed. We had the season finale. The season finale of Daredevil came through. You know what I mean? Hopefully y'all watched it. I watched it. You know. Y'all know how I feel about Marvel, though. Y'all know that I am huge Marvel fan, and I'm also a huge Marvel critic. I don't mind critiquing Marvel. I think if you're a fan of anything, you hold the right to hold them accountable for BS, for trash, for not satisfying your appetite, because it's on them to do that. And if you're a fan, you don't just give them a pass, right? You don't get, if I'm a fan of a football team or a player or whoever, and they come out and stink up the joint, as a fan, I get the critique. Imagine, as y'all see, I'm a huge Kobe fan. You see that? You see Kobe, right? A huge Kobe fan. If Kobe had came out and was stinking up the joint, I'm talking about it. If he had a bad game, I'm talking about him. What is up? That ain't Kobe Bean. LeBron, what is up? I'm criticizing. Y'all see, I'm a Lakers fan. I'm a critic. I can criticize my team. That don't make me no less than a fan. And that's what I don't understand but let's get back. Let's get into this finale, man. That they had some shocking deaths in this. I don't want to really get too crazy. I'm gonna be real quick. My thing's gonna be quick. Commissioner Gallo, and this is spoiler. If you ain't seen it yet, back out. Commissioner Gallo, he met his ends, his gruesome ends at the hands of old Wilson Fisk, aka the Kingpin, who literally crushed his skull, just took his head, and wow, crazy, man. I like that they had showed his strength. They finally showed how Wilson Fisk is down, how strong he is, just how, you know what I'm saying? There's really even in the comics, ain't no explanation for why Wilson Fisk is this strong. Now, it's been implied he could be a mutant, but they still have not given us, at least to my knowledge, I'm gonna have to go back and check, as a reason why Kingpin is just this strong, just freakishly strong. To do what he did to Commissioner Gallo, that was crazy. That was good. That had to have been one of the most violent scenes or violent moments in the MCU today, right? Now, some would say Marvel might have went too far with the gore. I think it's necessary. These darker tones, like Daredevil, Punisher, these street level things, TV, like it's strictly made for Disney Plus. It's okay to go dark. That's where you do it at. Because the Daredevil fans already understand. And the new fans that you get, they're going to understand, oh, this is supposed to be this dark on purpose. Right? It's dark on purpose. It was warranted. Daredevil's universe, it's always been gritty. It's always been gritty. This scene just underscores it. Makes, lets you know Kingpin ain't nothing to be fucked with. Wilson Fisk ain't nothing to fuck with. That's what it's letting you know, man. And I know it's a fine line, but Marvel has a huge audience. Right? And it might alienate some of the audience, but I don't think it. I think most viewers who showing up for Daredevil, it ain't a lot. But the audience that's showing up for Daredevil already understand what they're showing up for. They already understand what they're showing up for. This, I don't even want to call it increased violence, but this grittiness, this darkness, to me is enhancing the storytelling. So I think you continue it. I've seen a lot of people, the discourse online was about it being a little too bloody for them, that this, that, and the third. But I'm like, this is Daredevil, y'all. This is Daredevil, y'all. This is what people was asking for. Netflix style. Bring that Netflix style on over to Disney Plus, right? To keep it moving, Wilson Fisk's plans for New York. He basically turned it to he kingpinning it now. If y'all know the what was the name of that storyline in the comics where Wilson Fisk was the mayor? This is what I want to say they're pulling from. I can't think of the storyline right off the top. But he imposed martial law, 8 p.m. curfew, established a prison in the layer that detains vigilantes. Like, he going all in. You know what I'm saying? I guess his goal is to eliminate mass criminals or mass criminals. I guess they criminals to him. Mass vigilantes. You know what I'm saying? To control the city with an iron fist. What is that storyline? Hold on. I really want to know what that storyline is. Give me 1 second. Because I want to know what that storyline is. Ain't nobody telling me. Was it Devil's Reign? I want to say it's Devil's Reign. I think it's Devil's Reign. Hey, in the chat, y'all let me know. I think it's Devil's Reign, man. In the comments, y'all let me know. Is it Devil's Reign? I think that's what it is, man. But seems like they're pulling, you know what I'm saying, something strictly out of there. Now this is a bold move for him to do, right? Reminiscent of some of the darkest regimes in history. Like, this is him just taking over a city. This is Batman when Bane them took over Gotham. And I always wondered, how do you just do that? But this is him being an elected figure, actually being the king of New York City. That's basically what he put himself in. You know what I'm saying? Now the thing is he right about what he's doing? Like, we got all this mass vigilantes running around. I got to restore some order. So is he restoring order, or is this villain? Is this villainy? You know what I'm saying? Villainy. Is this a bad thing, or is this from, you know what I'm saying? If you came to New York City and it was just mass vigilantes swinging around, flying, blowing up stuff, putting people in danger, because at the end of the day, these superheroes put people in danger. They save people, but they also put people in danger. Do you need to figure out some type of control when it comes to that? And do you believe that Fisk genuinely believes that he's protecting the city from these superheroes, these vigilantes? I would love to see Spider-Man show up. Just throwing that out there. I would love to, if we keeping this going, I would love to see Spidey. Would love to see the homie Spidey, right? But Matt Murdock, realizing he can't take down Fisk alone, reclaims his he puts the Daredevil mask on, he puts it back on. That was one of the things that I kind of didn't like about this Born Again season, is we got way too much Matt Murdock, not enough Daredevil. That's just to me. Way too much Matt Murdock, not enough Daredevil. So I was glad when he put the cowl back on to go out there and, you know, do the things that he needed to do. He puts it on, starts, you know, rallies his allies and calls up people and things of that nature. It's powerful moment. See, it's a new thing because remember he had just got shot previously saving Fisk, and now he's like, maybe I shouldn't have did that. But his real nemesis, Bullseye, was around, so he had to pick. It's like he had to pick a poison: save the mayor, or let Bullseye do his job. And I think they're gonna explore that more in the season to come. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully. But it's an uphill battle. Fisk now controls law enforcement. He's got the public on his side, using fear to get them on his side. So they need a plan. The rebels need a plan. Daredevil needs a plan. Now, looking forward to season 2. The stage is set for this epic showdown. Daredevil says, "Hey, we need more people." I'm thinking it's the Defenders. Maybe they get the Defenders back rocking. Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Punisher. We already saw Punisher, you know what I'm saying? But then I also want them to slide in some new people. Because this whole vigilante thing, remember we got White Tiger in the first 2 episodes. He got murked off for the first couple episodes. They murked him off. But White Tiger was there, and then the ambulance passed down to the niece. Like I said earlier, I would love to see Spidey show up. Maybe just some other hero. You know what I'm saying? What about the New Warriors or somebody like that? You know what I mean? Night Thrasher, Rage. You know what I'm saying? People like that. Like, I would love to see some of these street level heroes show up and try to handle business. You know what I mean? Plus, doing that, one thing that Marvel is missing is putting together the right interconnected pieces of said puzzle. They have been falling off with that. They've been falling off. They got to figure out a way to do it. I think Daredevil is the perfect show to get things to, I don't want to say get things back righted. You know what I'm saying? But this would be an opportunity to do something like that. To get things back, to get people back thinking about the interconnectedness of Marvel. Because right now it's like, what's interconnected? Nothing really matters when it comes to Marvel. Nothing really matters when it comes to Marvel and their interconnectedness. No stakes, nothing really. It just don't matter, man. Really does not matter. And that's a shame. That's really a shame, man. My overall thoughts, though, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, that was just gonna be a quick snap. I want to talk about the season as totality. It wasn't the best to me. It had some of that Netflix feel, but it didn't at the same time. I think they wasted too much time with Matt running around without the mask. We only got Punisher twice. And it's not his show, so I understand it, but we only got him twice. But with the marketing material, they made it seem like he was going to be throughout the show. I would have loved for the Night Nurse to show up, right? Then to me, the Night Nurse should have showed up. We only got the characters from the first Netflix series in 2 episodes, first and last, or first, second, and last, I want to say. No mention of the She-Hulk thing. Like, it's a whole She-Hulk out there. No mention of that. He mentioned Skrull. Like, I wish that they would just figure out a way, like I said, to bring some of these characters in. And to me, Daredevil was a good on-ramp for that. Mention more street-level heroes. Talk about more if vigilanteism is an issue, which it doesn't seem that it is, street level wise, we only really got 3 that we know of. Daredevil, 4, counting Punisher, because I don't know if they bringing the Defenders in. I'm just talking about in the MCU as of right now. All we have is Daredevil, street level, Punisher, street level. I guess we can count Spidey, street level. Shit, who am I missing? Missing somebody. But you see how hard of a time I'm having, how tough it is. I guess we could throw She-Hulk in there. I would love for the Agents of Shield needs to come back. That's a good place to introduce characters and things like that too, and to flesh them out. Imagine a season where you just because don't introduce too many. Don't introduce too many. Introduce one character, either bad or good, and have them throughout that season being fleshed out. Flesh them out good. Make it stakes. Make people want to watch the show, and boom, they ready for they could be possibly ready for the big screen. Now, everybody should not go to the big screen. Everybody, I don't think Captain America: Brave New World, I don't think he should have went to the big screen. I know. No, it's Captain America. I think they should have just kept Falcon and the Winter Soldier as its thing and kept that going. Him being Captain America should have been like a story arc within Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Him take on the mantle of Cap, right, for like a season. And then just like in the comics, he says, nah, I can't. This ain't what I'm about. And that's his struggle. That's his battle. Certain things don't need to be on the big screen. Now they can help. I'm not saying that they can never show up on the big screen, but you saw what it did because there was no momentum behind it, no juice. That's why it did what it did. There was no gravitas. I love that word. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about this Daredevil Born Again finale, man. Like I said, I wasn't gonna get too in depth. I just some things that stood out to me that made it tolerable to watch. It was I want to say it was 2 hours like a little movie. You know what I'm saying? I want to say it was like a little movie, which was cool. I think that was dope, But y'all let me know. Y'all let me know, man. Y'all let me know in the comments down